So today we concentrate on the league with a Milan and Juventus episode. Juventus have started to move up the league this season and are in a Champions League spot. So they've progressed on the last few years where they've had disappointing seasons, which means today's episode might be a little bit more of a challenge. Let's roll the intro and I'll show you what's been going on.
In the heart of northern Italy lies a town steeped in footballing history. Welcome to Vercelli, home to one of the most storied clubs in Italian football, Pro Vercelli. Languishing in the lower leagues as its once glittering legacy faded into obscurity. But now, a new chapter is about to be written. A chapter of redemption, revival, and triumph. Get ready to witness the rebirth of a footballing legend. This is Football Manager 24, the Pro Vercelli Chronicles.
Hello and welcome back to the Pro Vercelli Chronicles. So, today we face Juventus and Milan before. This is Juventus who are playing a lot better this season after pretty much the whole of the save from 2020. They've dropped right off. They've had a third in there, but last season they finished 6th. The season before they were all the way down in 14th. This is not the Juventus that we all know and love from current teams. Vlahovic is a player which I've tried to get numerous times, and potentially he could be somebody that comes in to the club in the summer if we let some others go, which, is possible. Demir might go, but I think that's what we need now is just a little bit of age in the team. At the moment, we've got Demir who's 29 and everyone else is under 24 or 24. Nunes on loan, but he's only here till the end of the season. We will not be signing him. I don't know even if we'll sign Jamie McLean, because he's not actually as good as it looked like he could be. So, for today's game against Milan, we have Odora in goal, Hochmeister, Yetteris and Kobayashi and Diaz at the back. We've got Nunes and Ortet in midfield with Costa Yusuf and Herbity behind Broadhouse up top. Randolovic is still injured. Milenkovic needs a rest, so he's out. Fiala probably could use some time away as well. Who else is it? We've got McLean who's not playing. Antonio possibly could play, but we've decided to play Nunes instead. Let's get going. So we are looking to keep current formish going. Hopefully, I think it's going to be difficult. If we get a result out of this, we'll still be top of the table if we get a result out of either of the two games today. So we are progressing really nicely this season. Things are going really well. And we're just going to keep going and hoping for the best. I mean, the Champions League was finishing in the top 8 is something special and shows that anybody that finishes in the top 8, for me, does have the potential to go on and win the competition. I don't think we're quite there yet. Another season, maybe 2. And Bondaus has picked up a knock, so needs to come off. So we're going to bring on Fallistar early on in this game, we're not started too well, so we're actually going to demand more. So we have a new government in place since my last day of recording, with a bit of a landslide. Now, I'm not going to say who I voted for. That would be, and I don't really want to talk too much about politics, but anybody that knows who voted for Nigel Farage, you're dead to me. He's such a pillock. Why would you waste a vote on that idiot? But at the same time, I do think people need to realise there's more than a two options. And having Labour, whose leader looks like a dirty old man, in charge, Labour, every single Labour government has screwed the country. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. But yeah, people need to realise it's more than a two-horse race, sadly. But we'll move on from that quite quickly and talk about England. Now, the game we won on penalties, obviously, if you're under a rock and didn't know that. Yusuf Demir's now injured as well. Costa's moving into the centre and Fiala's coming on. We played a bit better, still not very good. I don't know why the BBC were so upbeat about the performance. Yes, it was a million times better, but it was a million times better than the non-league football these players were playing. Now we're probably up to League One standard, where we should be in Champions League standard football. I don't get why they were so upbeat. Yes, it was better, but it still wasn't great, was it? So who's coming off? We're going to bring Diaz off for Klein. We are going to bring Ortet off for Antonio. Milinkovic, who did need a break, can come on there. They can swap over. And that's all the changes we've got. So we've strengthened the central midfield role, brought Klein on out wide. We're going to demand a bit more. We have played a lot better in the second half, although the XG wouldn't tell you that. I'm just checking. Yes, sound is being recorded. It looks as though this could be a 1-0 victory for Milan, which isn't the end of the world considering it's away from home. We have lost a game. I think we can be proud of the efforts. It wasn't a bad result. We played really quite well away at Milan. Let's roll on for the next game at home to Juventus. So Yusuf Demir, unfortunately, is out for 3 months. He, what was it? He's gone specialist treatment. I can't remember what part of his body, his hip. So I think that's a sign. He's broken his hip. It's time to put him down. In the summer, I sense. Like all good horses should be put down. But anyway, here is Adora in goal with Hockmeister, Yaturis, Kobayashi and Diaz at the back. Milenkovic and Skauaras. I need to change his name. Sikoro. it'd just be Tony in midfield with Fiala, Costa and Herbity behind Bondhouse up top, whose knock was just a knock. He was only out for a day, which is a plus. But yeah, it looks like we've lost Yusuf Demir for the rest of the season, and potentially that could spell the end of his time at the club, in my view. Hips are never good injuries to have in Football Manager or anywhere else, and it looks like Costa's picked up something, although it doesn't say he's picked up a knock, and he is improving, so maybe it was just a hard challenge, no injury or anything, luckily. But here is Hochmeister, plays it back to Milenkovic. Hochmeister, Fiala, Tony. Oh, forces a good save from Concau. And we're pushing on. We need to win this game after a loss against AC. Really to do with a win here. We are currently, as things stand, 4 points ahead of the Inter and the chasing pack. Here's Herbity. What can he do with it? Plays it in. Forces another save from the Juventus keeper. We've got to keep pushing. Come on, push in. Lovely ball. Here we go. Oh, I think we might change the colour of the ball soon as well. I'm a bit bored of the yellow ball. Herbity plays it out. Bondhouse. Costa. What can he do with it? Can't find anyone. Here's Hochmeister. Costa plays it in. Fiala, it's bouncing around and they've managed to get it clear. Whew. Wow, that was close. At half-time, you've got to say, we've had the better chances. I'm just a little disappointed, though, that we haven't made them count. And Costa probably could do with coming off. But for who? Herbity can come into the middle and Fallistar can go out to the right. And we'll do that for the second half. But Juventus have a free kick and they've scored. Kendry Piaz has put the ball in the back of the net, which is not great. We're going to go attacking. We are going to demand more now. Oh, and they've got another free kick. Can we get it clear? It's bouncing around. We do, but it's going to come straight back at us. We really need to get it clear. We have, but not completely clear, and they're still pushing on, and that's a penalty. Oh dear. Which is not good. Up steps Vlahovic. And it's saved. Here we go. Fiala. Can we counter? No, the highlight ends. Come on, boys. Come on. Herbity's not having a great game, but we've got nobody that can really come on for him. Hochmeister's not having a great game. Curto comes on. Klein comes on. Swapping both wing backs. I'll take Ramon, I suppose. could come on for Herbity. And we'll go 2 up top with Ramon and Bondhouse. Or we could do that. We'll do that. Fallistar joins Bondhouse up top with Ramon out on the right. We are attacking. We're going to demand more. Come on, boys, just get a goal. With 3 points clear still, though, of Inter, who have played earlier in the day by the looks of it, or yesterday. But for the first time in a long time, we end the episode with 2 losses, which is not great. But join me next time for the round of 16. And hopefully we can win a couple of games before then, because the form there is not the best ever, is it? Loss, a loss, a win, a draw, a win, a loss, a loss. We need to bounce back before this becomes an issue. But if you've enjoyed that, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. I've been the Masked Manager, and until next time, I have spoken.